When Arijit Singh, India's biggest Bollywood playback singer of the past decade, announced that he is stepping away from playback singing, it felt sudden to many people. But astrologically, the timing is very clear. Let's take a look. This video will be followed by part 2, because in this video I will talk about how his chart works, and the next video is about what this Neptune shift means for the next phase of his life. So Pisces moved into Aries on 26th of January, and Arijit announced his retirement from Playback on 27th of January. Prior to this, Neptune was in Pisces. This period supported him disappearing into other people's stories. Aries asks him to work only from his inner starting point. That shift alone explains why this decision is happening now. The way his chart actually works is that he often looks like he makes sudden decisions, but they are not sudden at all. He moves quickly when something feels alive, and then he spends a long time quietly checking whether what he's doing still feels true inside. By the time a change becomes visible to the world, the decision has already been settled internally for quite some time. Emotion sits strongly at the center of his chart, and it is what gives him such a strong musical sense and soul. Neptune is closely tied to Venus. Neptune is marked blue, Venus is marked in pink. And it is supported very well by Pluto, marked in dark grey, which means music is not something he pushes outward. It is something he carries inward and allows to pass through him. That is why his voice feels emotional without sounding enforced, and why listeners can place their own feelings into his songs. This is also the reason his entire Bollywood success unfolded during Neptune's time in Pisces. Neptune entered Pisces in 2011. He sang Tum Hi Ho in Ashiki 2 in 2013 and instantly shot to stardom. The Neptune in Pisces period supports artists who can disappear into emotion and work within stories or creative visions that are not their own. Playback singing needs exactly that kind of surrender, bringing his talent to make the director's work shine. His natural way of working matched the timing of the industry perfectly, so success came through alignment rather than effort. We can also see this clearly in how he approaches work. He can only work when something feels aligned inside him. His chart does not separate feeling from action. Neptune, marked in blue, and Venus, marked in pink, make emotion his starting point, not the outcome. His Sun, marked in yellow, connected to Pluto, marked in dark grey, does not allow him to continue anything that feels empty or false inside, even if it feels successful on the outside. His Saturn in Sagittarius explains why discipline only stays with him when the work feels true and expanding, not repetitive. And when it comes to restlessness, yes, there is a lot of restlessness in this chart, but it is very specific. This is because of the placement of Uranus. It makes him restless but not unstable. It makes him uncomfortable with repetition once the meaning has gone. When the work feels alive, he can stay with it for years. When it feels finished inside, staying becomes impossible. So when you put all of this together, this is why his choices look sudden from the outside, but calm, clear, and already complete from the inside. It marks the end of a long phase of contributing his voice to other people's stories and ideas, and beginning a phase where the creative direction comes entirely from him, beyond the limits of a formula driven Bollywood.